From behind the stage.
Well, hello Birmingham! And what a beautiful European city you are! Now I want to tell you a story. Usually, when I'm getting the train up to sort of an event like this, I'm writing down my speech. This time, I sat next to someone who had a booklet out for the Conservative conference. You're going to Conservative conference? Yes. Where are you going? You going to Conservative conference too? No. I'm going to the rally. Oh? The People's Vote rally. Oh. But we got past that stage quickly, and I said, do you think there'll be many Brexit events going on in conference? And she said, yeah, but I'm going to avoid them. I think I'm going to avoid them. And she said, and I'm not sure I support this People's Vote thing. She said, it's about democracy, you see. No, wait, because I listened. Mate, I can't understand what you're saying, but we can chat at the end, So anyway, back to the story. And we'll catch you later. She said, because you see, in local councils, sometimes people lose by a little amount, but then you don't go rerunning it, do you? And I listened patiently and I was nodding. And then she said, well, I mean, if we do have a deal on the table at the end of the day, then maybe at that stage it would be fine and fair to have a people's vote. So she supports a people's vote. That's exactly what we're asking for. She doesn't even know it yet. But I didn't lose my rag with her. I just said, you know what? I agree. And I said, I've been on a bit of a journey myself. After the vote happened, then I had to protect the science community, so I was writing about science, the UK and the EU after Brexit. But I always maintained that the public, if they didn't like what was on the table, they have the right to evaluate it, and they have the right to ditch it. And that's what a people's vote is. And I said, you know this thing of thinking you have to go and do it, like just because you're engaged you have to go get married, even if he turns out to be a psychopath, like you're going to have to buy this car just because you shook hands on it, even though you now see it's bust. I said, if you do think that way, I said, and she was laughing at this stage because she knew, I said, if you do think this way, then you need a plan, don't you? You at least need a plan. And we don't have a plan after 2.5 years, ladies and gentlemen, after Nigel Farage advocating this for a quarter of a century. We have no plan, and it is ridiculous. Chequers is a broken plan, Canada Plus is a plan that doesn't work, there is no plan that will get through Parliament, therefore it is only common sense to have a back out from this whole mess, and that is a people's vote with the option to remain and boot this into the long grass. And it was lovely to hear those Remainer nows coming up on stage and giving their stories. I mean, I know why I want to remain. I run 2 campaigns. One is Scientists for EU. The other is NHS against Brexit. With Scientists for EU, just this morning, the Wellcome Trust, a massive funder, said that their funding in the UK is not conditional. They don't like the look of no-deal Brexit. They have 23 billion as an endowment. We also know that in no-deal Brexit, our access to EU science funds would be cut by 45%. But even if we did have a deal, our science is powering down right now because of Brexit. Nature magazine proved that just 2 days ago. And with the NHS, our NHS on its knees is already being hit by Brexit. Let's have a big cheer for the foreign workers in our NHS. And it hurts me to say foreign workers, because in science there are no foreigners, in our NHS there are no foreigners. We are just people that work together and love each other and support each other. But all of this is getting hurt by Brexit. EU nurses that provided all of our growth from 2013 to 2016 are now leaving, and that brings down our overall workforce. The fall in pound is costing our NHS £1 billion a year in supplies from overseas. Our hospitals are preparing for no-deal Brexit when they've got no time or capacity hardly to prepare for anything. The European Medicines Agency gone, medicines being stockpiled, cross-border healthcare in jeopardy, research capacity in jeopardy. This is something that we will not accept. Wait. And it's not just the pragmatics. For me, it's not just the pragmatics. This is identity. This is who we are. I am a proud European. I am proud of the 40 years of peace, proud of the 40 years of collaboration, proud that this advances humanity and protects our rights. That's what I'm proud of. And I think, just imagine if we can overturn Brexit, if we can show not just our country, but the rest of Europe and America and the world that when populism comes knocking, when cynicism comes knocking, when selfishness and lack of responsibility comes knocking, ready to roll over everyone, we knew how to stand up, we knew how to build community, we knew how to push back, and we knew how to ditch Brexit and build a brighter future for our kids. Thank you.
Blimey, he's good, isn't he? He's really not bad. I'll get his phone number later and see if he'd like to get involved in the campaign.